video is best viewed after watching the video Tableaux Vivants Performance, which gives an example of a completed presentation.
Tableaux Vivants, which simply means living pictures, is a straightforward yet powerful way to present scripture stories, usually with groups of 8 to 10 actors. Almost any actor can perform in a tableau successfully, as long as they can freeze in position and hold still. The technique works best with performers who are in 5th grade and above, although younger children can be a part of a presentation if they're mixed in with the adults. A freeze will be most effective if the performers follow 3 guidelines. First, use big expressions. It's hard to overact when you're not moving. Second, be caught in the middle of an action. Even though you're absolutely still, there can be energy in your pose. And third, pick a point to look at. Your eyes should be focused on one thing without shifting. Okay, everyone, I'm going to count to 3, and I want you to freeze, but big expressions, be caught in some sort of an action, and remember, keep your eyes focused on one spot. Go. 1, 2, 3, freeze. Great. Now, keep that freeze, but Colin, I want you to move your eyes around, okay? Yeah, that really stands out. Ruins the picture. You can relax. Once the actors have mastered the art of freezing, it's time to create the pictures that will tell the story. It's usually best to limit the presentation to 6 to 10 tableaux. A good director can make these tableaux more interesting by adhering to the following principles. First, the characters in the picture should be interacting with each other. 2 characters might be about to shake hands, or one character might be whispering in the ear of another, or maybe one actor simply has an arm on another's shoulder. There just has to be some kind of visible relationship between the characters. This time I'm going to count to 5, and I want to see you interacting with another person. You can do it in pairs or groups of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, freeze. Wonderful. So much more interesting. I see lots of stories. Great. Next, a stage picture is always more interesting if it has variety, especially a variety of levels. So each actor should try to be in a different position than the actor next to them. If one is standing, the other could kneel. If one is kneeling, the other might lie down. You can add levels by using steps, chairs, boxes, or even step ladders. But there should never be 3 people in a row in exactly the same position. Of course, as in all theater, all actors should take care to position themselves so they stay open to the audience and so everyone on stage can be seen. Okay, this time when I count to 5, I want you to be interacting with someone else, but I also want you to be in a different body position or level than the person next to you. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, freeze. Okay, good interaction, good levels, but I want you to turn around and look for just a second at everyone in the pictures that you've created. Is your back to the audience? Are you hiding someone from the audience? Or is someone hiding you from the audience? So this time when I count to 5, I want you to see if you can make those small adjustments so that the audience can see everyone in the picture. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, freeze. Excellent. Good job. There's one more element for a good stage picture or tableau, and that's point of focus. Point of focus is simply the point in the picture where you want the audience to direct their attention. There's a lot of ways you can create a point of focus. If everyone on stage is dressed in black and one character has a red shirt on, the audience is going to look at the actor in red. Or if everyone is upstage right, celebrating, except for one actor who's downstage left looking miserable, well, the audience will pay attention to the unhappy character. One of the easiest ways, though, to force a point of focus is to have all the actors on stage focus on the same point. Okay, this time, when I count to 5, I want your point of focus to be Mary Ann. Would you sit on this block for me? and your goal is to intimidate her. So I want you to be interacting with other people, but remember to keep your levels and your body positions different. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeze. Nice. Great work. Great level, great focus, great interaction. Okay, relax. Once you and your actors understand these basic principles, you're ready to create an entire story presented as a series of tableaux. First, choose the scripture story you want to perform. Miracle stories work especially well. There's usually a crowd watching and a dramatic climax, both of which are interesting to watch. Then divide the text into 6 to 8 sections, where each section corresponds to a clear picture that you can stage. Work with your actors to create the pictures and rehearse to the point where they can move from one picture to the next smoothly as the scripture passage is read. Of course, you'll want to read them the instructions that explain how the congregation will open and close their eyes when they hear the chime of a triangle. This will help them understand exactly when to move and when to freeze. Once I've given instructions to the congregation, I'll hit the triangle once. They'll bow their heads and close their eyes. The music will start to play, and that's your cue to go ahead and get into place for the first tableau. Once I see that everyone's frozen in place, I will hit the triangle a second time. The audience will open their eyes to view the scene, and they'll watch for about 10 seconds. Then I'll hit the triangle again. They will close their eyes, and you can start to move into the position for the second tableau. And we'll continue that way all the way through the reading. Caution your actors to always remain frozen until they hear narration. Most performers will tend to move as soon as they hear the chime signaling the end of a scene. Since it takes a second or two for the audience to close their eyes, if the actors break their freeze immediately, they'll be caught moving. When done correctly, the congregation should never see the actors moving, and there will be an element of surprise when they open their eyes to see each picture. Some additional notes. Music will greatly enhance the presentation, setting the tone for the story and tying the scenes together. Improvisation au piano, flute, violin, cello, or guitar work well, especially when the musician is sensitive enough to match the music to the progress of the story. The instrumentalist should play continuously, from the moment the congregation closes their eyes for the first time till all the actors have exited after the last tableau. Regarding costumes, we usually ask all the actors to wear dark, solid colors, preferably black, so that facial expressions and body positions stand out. If Jesus is a character in the story, you might consider dressing the actor playing the role in a different color, off-white or tan, so the audience can recognize them quickly. Of course, it's also possible to costume the actors in full biblical dress. Telling a story with tableau can be surprisingly powerful, and the simplicity of the technique makes it an ideal choice for beginners. Even with limited rehearsal time and experience, a group of actors can successfully reach a level of excellence in their performance.